Boop, boop, boop.
Good afternoon. I had a late start to my day. Noelle's watching a thing called Little Baby Bum. It's like Cocomelon, but less high quality. It's what she used to watch before she started watching Cocomelon, and she's recently started asking for it again. So
What's this discount-ass Cocomelon?
So
Bootleg Cocomelon.
she's watching that and eating breakfast, and I am gonna get some work done. What are you doing, Jace?
I am finally taking a step away from all the games that I've been hardcore working on, and working on writing up the stuff for my Vampire the Masquerade game, so that we actually have something to work with. Not this week, but next week.
Nice. And we've had the lovely Spence with us. Hello, Spence. How are you? And yeah. I would say we could do intros, but since Spence is the only one here and she already knows who we are, we can just skip that step till the end.
I'm still Jace.
And I'm still Meadow. Hello. Exciting news for Rose City is that I booked a client yesterday, so I will be working on that. It's a short story about 7,000 words. So,
hello, Better Days.
Hello. I don't recognize the name or the picture, so I'm assuming that you're new, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. So maybe we shouldn't skip the intro? Now that we have somebody that's actually new to me here. Okay.
But we're bringing around the Rosies. I was going to say, it kept getting a little louder and a little louder.
Yeah, I don't know how it got so loud. Like, the volume on the TV didn't change.
It felt like it was going up like one notch every like 10 seconds.
Yeah, sorry about that. And Noelle decided she's going to get up and dance. So
dancing is fine.
You can appreciate that for a moment. She's just flopped over. Oh my god.
Well, it is Ring Around the Rosie.
We all fall down and she freaking face planted. Okay, so intros. Hello, I'm Meadow. I do live streams today, usually at 2 p.m. Eastern, but I had a late start today. And you're not even, you can't even see the TV from there, you dorcas. Go dance over there. And I stream on Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and I'm an editor. Jace and I work together for our company, Rose City Editing, and if you're looking for an editor, you can come check out our website and hire us. It's linked in the description. And nothing else seems important right now, so I will move on. And Jace, you can say whatever you need to say.
I am Jace. I'm an author of urban fantasy. I'm an editor for Rose City Editing at rosecityediting.com. I don't know why I said it like that.
.com.
.com, motherfucker. And as I said a little bit earlier, I am working on some write-ups for my tabletop Vampire the Masquerade game that I run most Thursdays on my channel at noon Eastern. We're skipping this week, though, so people can recover from things.
Nice.
Mainly, it's going to need a certain person's character, and that person is getting COVID shot number 2 on Wednesday. So there is a chance their character will not be available, and that sort of throws a monkey wrench.
Right.
Do we edit nonfiction books?
We have not yet, but if it's just grammar things, then absolutely we could do a nonfiction book. If it's developmental stuff, I don't think we would be qualified to work on it. But absolutely grammar, like copy editing, we could do nonfiction.
And I think we could do line editing as well, because that's just making sure the language flows correctly.
That's true. Yeah, so grammar, line editing, copy editing, and proofreading, absolutely nonfiction is totally something we can work on. But I don't believe that, at least me, I am not qualified to do any type of developmental work on a nonfiction project. Unless I'm already an expert in that thing, and I doubt that I would be because I am not an expert in most things.
Exactly. Yeah, nonfiction developmental would be, oh my God, so much research. I think you have to almost become an expert in a field.
Right. And I'm assuming if you're writing nonfiction, you are an expert in the field. Unless it's like maybe a memoir of your life or something, then yeah, you're obviously an expert in your own life. But it depends on what kind of nonfiction it is. But if you're looking to hire us, we'd love to work with you. I am going to be working on a short story that a client sent me yesterday evening, and I look forward to doing that. Okay, I don't want to open it on Google Docs. I want to download it and open. Yep, thank you. My computer was like, oh, you want to do this? No, I don't want to do this. Yay. Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, you
Awesome,
can just
awesome.
go to our website is linked in the description below. It's within the first block of text at the bottom of that paragraph under my links. So, all right, we're gonna start a sprint now because Noelle's disappeared, and now I hear her screaming from upstairs.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just do this and go see what's going on up there. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Yay!
Found the window.
Jordan came home for lunch and he went upstairs, and Noelle followed him up there with my tablet, I think. So hopefully that keeps her distracted from bugging him too much. And I opened up the short story for the client and started reading through. And the sample edit that I had worked on yesterday is the first 4 pages of this. And I'm pleased to see that the author had accepted some of my changes.
Nice. Always a good thing.
Yeah. There's 2, I think, that I suggested that she didn't take, but that's fine because they're not, like, there were ones that were technically grammatically correct, but I was just like, I feel like this would be a little bit better if you did this, and she chose not to accept those, but that's fine because it was a matter of opinion. So
Got it.
But there was a couple that I had suggested that were sentences that were passive voice that I was like, if you switch these words around or, eliminate these words or change this verb, then it'll become active voice. And she did that.
Yay! Oh, and Megan and Laura have come in. Hello.
Oh, yes. Hello. Welcome back. Glad you're here. We're getting work done. Oh, and Devin's here.
Woot woot.
You know what? I think on the next sprint, I'm going to go on StreamYard and schedule my streams for the rest of the month because I forgot to do that, and that's part of the reason why we were late today.
So
Not the main reason, but
I spent that sprint in like a paint program, setting up puzzles for my players, and I'm a devious fucker. Once they figure out the key to this puzzle, they're just gonna all give me death stares, and I'm welcoming it with open arms. When you those things where you set something up and someone finally catches what you're laying down and they just like, you motherfucker. You did not just. And I go, yes, I did.
I have not had the joy of experiencing this.
You need to set up more puzzles.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a talent I possess, but, we'll see, I guess.
You just have to work backwards. You start with the solution.
That's fair. When Noelle was screaming from upstairs, it's because she went in her room and was trying to play with a toy, but it was stuck behind the door, and she didn't want to close the door to get it out. And I went up there, and I was like, are you gonna stay up here? Like, you can stay and play in your room if you want to. And she said, yeah, I'm gonna play in my room. And I was like, okay. And she tried to close the door to keep me from leaving because she wanted me to play with her. And I was like, I want to play with you, but I have to work. Like, you're being cute. She's like, play in the room with Noelle. Play in the room with Noelle. I'm like, I want to play with you, Noelle. I want to. I have to go down and work on the thing.
She was being the devil in a different sort of way.
She's being the cute devil today.
The tempting devil.
Yeah. She's being cute today. And I'm like, I'm here for it. But, like, why couldn't you be cute yesterday when I only had to work for, like, a few minutes? For, like, I think I only worked for, like, 45 minutes, I think, yesterday. And, like, the rest of the day I was free. And she couldn't have been cute then. And I could have played with her then. She has to choose to do it today. Well, you know what? She's not down here, so I'm going to turn off the TV.
Smart thinking. SMRT. Smart. SMRRT.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's see. Spence says, I was emptying out a cupboard in my hallway and throwing away the junk. Fun.
fun.
Hashtag lovely Laura. Okay. I need to open up a tab on my computer. There we go.
We have lost somebody.
We lost somebody?
Yes. Oh, well.
Sad.
Sad panda. Laura is lighting a train tunnel. What are you lighting a train tunnel with?
Oh, I remember you talking about this project the other day on a different person's stream. I think it's like a CGI or a CG or a animated project thing. I don't remember.
Oh, neat. Knowing you, Laura, it's lighting it up with blood. The souls of the dead. That kind of thing.
Ghosts. I hate this keyboard. It's so loud. And not in a good clickety-clackety type of way.
The monster is missing textures, so I have to wait if fixes.
For full CG shots for a monster movie. Nice. I have gotten really good at relegating my hoarding to cupboards, apparently. I don't have enough cupboard space to relegate my hoarding to cupboards. Otherwise, I probably would, because then all the stuff that's cluttering up my apartment would be shoved into cupboards instead.
Yeah, but that would just mean you have room to buy more stuff.
Yeah.
With it out like that, you don't buy any more stuff because you can see it all.
Right. It sucks because a lot of the stuff that we have is stuff that we don't want to get rid of because we want it for later when we have a house. And it's just too much to fit into our tiny ass apartment.
So you box it up and inventory it, slap it into storage, and have space until you move out.
Yeah. Most of our stuff right now, like all the main stuff is like, oh, this is stuff that we want to keep, but we're not going to be using really that often right now. It's all put into totes and in Noelle's closet, and I keep all of Noelle's clothes in my closet because otherwise she will take them all out of the drawers and off the hangers and play in them. So since I'm not using her closet anyways, I just have boxes of stuff in there and use it for that, and then I have stuff everywhere else as well. Just everywhere. I need to go through her toys again because this is the state of my living room right now.
It's a toy land.
Yeah. I just needs to... I went through her toys twice now, and I got rid of a bunch both times. And she just still seems to have too many. So... I don't either. That's why I gotta empty this one out. I feel that. I do need to get some more bookshelves because I have over in my dining room, right inside, like when you walk right inside, there's this big section of wall on the left before you get to the stairs that has room for at least 3 bookshelves to sit all side by side. And I have 1 bookshelf there, and I want to get 2 more because then I can put all my books away on a bookshelf. And having 3 bookshelves, I'll have way more space than books that I own. So I'll be able to put other things away on there as well that don't have a home, that will have a home once I have bookshelves.
Ooh, I am jealous, Laura.
Ooh.
Tempura is so good.
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be tempura'd?
My mother-in-law does for Christmas Eve. Jordan's family's tradition is to do fondue for dinner on Christmas Eve of like the oil things, not just like the cheese, but like the oil things, and you fry your stuff in it. And she made tempura to go with it, and it was really good. And I got to tempura a bunch of random different stuff to cook in my fondue thing.
Did she also have a chocolate pot?
For dessert, she chopped up a bunch of different fruit, and we had chocolate. And then she also did make some cheese sauce, like what you would think when you think fondue, like the cheese. But mostly it was the hot oil that we fried various meats and stuff in.
Yeah, the cheese sauce is really good for breads.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you tempura coat something, and you dip it in the oil, and then once it's safe to move, you dip it in the cheese sauce.
Yeah.
And then you die of a heart attack.
And then you die of a heart attack. You have to. You eat that much grease, you have to die of a heart attack.
Ooh, prawn, fish, and veggies. Delish.
Yum.
I saw a fair food. Speaking of dying of heart attack. So they took a jumbo pickle and hollowed it out and shoved a hot dog in it on a stick.
Okay.
Then they rolled the pickle with the hot dog in it in peanut butter and deep fried it. So it's peanut butter, pickles, and a hot dog.
Okay, the hot dog pickle combo sounds like it has potential, but once you add the peanut butter to it, I have
Questions?
a lot of doubts that would be good. So
I looked at it and I said, who is pregnant?
right, yeah, that does seem like a pregnancy craving. For me, when I was pregnant, I didn't really crave a lot of weird food combinations. I just craved a lot of like, I had a vitamin C deficiency, so I craved a lot of orange juice. And I also was anemic during pregnancy, so I craved a lot of like, I ate a lot of spinach and stuff because it's rich in iron. And I asked my doctor, I'm like, why do I have such specific cravings like orange juice and like spinach and like all this weird stuff? And it's like, oh, it's because your body is lacking those things, so it's making you want to eat them more. I'm like, that makes sense. But then towards the end of my pregnancy, I was told I had to stop drinking orange juice because otherwise Noelle would have been like 12 pounds.
Because babies are absorbent.
Yeah. And so I stopped drinking orange juice. Well, not completely, but I stopped drinking as much orange juice. And she went from being on the trajectory of being 12 pounds to just being a little over 8.
Much easier to pass.
Yeah. So my body's like, drink orange juice. But at the same time, my body was also like, stop drinking orange juice. Your baby's going to be too big.
And now I want orange juice. So the next sprint, I'm going to go up and get some.
I don't have any orange juice.
I do. I made ribs for lunch.
Uh-huh.
Barbecue ribs. And mac and cheese. And
I hate you. Because now I want that, and I don't have the money to get that.
I gave you the cravings.
You know that barbecue is my favorite.
There's leftovers if you want some.
How am I supposed to get them from you? Throws away 16 crossword puzzles from 2002 to 2004 that I don't remember acquiring. Oh my god. That's random.
Now,
Random stuff to
crossword
keep.
puzzles or crossword puzzle books?
Yeah, if it's a book, then you can keep it and do the crossword puzzles unless they're already done. If it's just 16 random puzzles, that's strange.
Yeah. Although I've never been a fan of the crossword puzzles.
My favorite is Sudoku, or I'll get those books that have like a variety puzzles in them, where it's like all sorts of different ones. I haven't gotten them in a while though.
They are fun, but there's not all the puzzles are ones that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. All the ones that I'm like, okay, it's this one, but I have this intense need to complete every puzzle. I'll just cheat on those ones. The ones that I like don't really want to do that much, I'll just cheat so that they're done, and I don't have to go through the book later and see puzzles that are unfinished. And then once they're full, I throw them away.
Yeah, there's a puzzle called Cross Sums that I used to love, where it kind of had sort of Sudoku rules, except it would give you a sum for the line. Like across or down sums, and you couldn't use the same number twice in the same line.
One that's becoming more popular nowadays that I've seen a lot of is Sudoku puzzles, but they're like random blocks that, it's normal Sudoku, but then you have a dotted outline of random sections that has a sum that you have to make those sections add up to that number, as well as normal Sudoku happening at the same time, if that makes sense.
Cool. And
those ones confuse me sometimes. Books that are covered in diatomaceous earth, so they made me sneeze as soon as I picked them up, and they're faded AF.
Well, that's definitely a throwaway. I worked on a Sudoku once that was a 16 by 16. So the numbers were 1 through 16, so the squares were 4 by 4, and it was a 4 by 4 grid. And oh my god, that fucker was impossible.
One that I really enjoyed, I got this one that's infinite Sudoku, where it was like this book thing, and when you open it and you fold it out, and it's like really long, and it's just a Sudoku that's connected by one square, and it like just continues. And so you have the first puzzle, and then the next puzzle shares the square with it, and then the next puzzle shares the square with that one, and you have to solve them. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. It took me like a week to do, and I just like sat there and worked on it for like a week in all my free time.
We should probably sprint.
I need to schedule my streams for the rest of the month so that that's out of the way, and then once that's done, I can go back to working on this client thing. Let's do it. Okay. I also need to eat, but laziness, so.
I need to get orange juice.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ding, 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 ding.
I couldn't find the right tab. I don't even have that many tabs open, and I couldn't find the right tab. Why?
It's a shark.
It's a shark.
Yeah.
Looks like you got roped into mommying again.
Yeah, it's okay. I needed to do her hair anyways, but let me have this for a second. Thank you.
You broke a football cat.
I'm gonna do Elsa hair on this munchkin. Over. Because her hair lately has been getting really. That's too loud. Has been getting really tangled, and like she's been getting like horrible dreadlocks in her hair just from like normal day-to-day life. So I've been having to braid it to keep it from getting all tangled and gross. Because dreadlocks on white people are gross.
It's gross. Yeah.
Dreadlocks on black people are gorgeous. On white people, they are literally disgusting because they have to be literally disgusting to even work. I don't know. At least I think they're gross on white people. That's too noisy. Can you not? That's too noisy. It's too noisy. Nope, it's too noisy.
And you have her by the hair so she can't get away.
Come here.
The toy.
What toy?
The toys.
She wants something else to bang on the desk.
Okay. Be quiet. Don't be noisy. So yeah, I don't want Noelle getting dreadlocks in her hair because she is white and she has white person hair.
No locks for Noelle.
No, I'm saying I have to keep her hair braided because she gets dreadlocks when I don't. I give her a bath every other day.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
Jordan's in a mood.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
Sounds like he's leaving.
Yeah, going back to work.
Work, 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 work.
Ouch. Ugh. There we go. This is what I need. Yep, sit right there. Perfect. So yeah, how's everybody doing? I started reading the rest of the short story. Because I already did the first part in the sample edit, but I started reading the rest of it, and I came across a sentence that confused me, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to finish reading it first, and then I'll figure that sentence out later.
Makes sense. I got orange juice, and I packed up the macaroni, and I did the first 2 sections for the storyline.
Nice. Noelle, I need you to sit still, my darling.
How did I know she was picking up a toy so she could have something else to bang on the desk?
At least it's quieter because it's made out of rubber.
Come on.
Nope. Play with your rubber toys that aren't going to be as loud. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a list of stuff to do like a mile long, and I just don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
I saw a thing the other day that was talking about ADHD stuff,
Okay.
symptoms,
Uh-huh.
and these were ones that I had like all of them.
I mean, it's likely that you could have ADHD, but there's also some overlapping symptoms with autism, and a lot of people that were diagnosed with ADHD when they were younger are finding out now that they actually have autism. Because there's a lot more people with autism than you'd think.
Oh no, I wouldn't think. I I'm pretty sure that's a fact.
Yeah. So it could be either.
I wonder if, since you're standing up, if you bring the snowball up higher, it'll catch less of her and more of you.
Is that better? Really, child? Really? Sit down. She's like crawling all over the place.
Oh, but she knows that the voice carries a lot farther. But yeah, the toys are a lot quieter.
That's good. I just need to get her hair done, and then she can go play with her toys somewhere else.
It's the thing I have is the executive something. I don't remember the term.
Executive dysfunction.
Yes. And hyperfocus.
For me, it's less hyperfocus. I definitely have the executive dysfunction, and I can hyperfocus, but I have inattentive ADHD, so hyperfocus is not as prominent for me. It's more prominent with the actual hyperactive type of ADHD. So, but executive dysfunction is a nightmare.
Yes, it really is. But that's the whole thing. You know, I say this like every time.
Just chucked the fucking toy. You're fake crying, and I don't appreciate it. Look down a little bit. Thank you. Sorry, continue speaking, please.
I like every time I'm talking to you, I talk about stuff that I have to do and I don't want to start, and I just open it and I just can't.
I got to grab
Yeah. No, you can grab it when I'm done with your hair. Sit.
But if that's an autism thing, I mean, I've suspected I've had that.
Well, for me, Jordan sent me a TikTok the other day of this girl that talked about her experience when she got diagnosed, and she had gone to a new therapist and was talking about her ADHD, and the therapist had her take an assessment thing, and then the therapist was like, "You have autism, not ADHD. What's wrong with you?" What is it? Oh, better. And I told Jordan, like, yeah, it's true for some people, but like I took the assessment that Jordan took that told him he probably has autism, and it came back as a very low likelihood of me having autism because I have ADHD. And I have some symptoms that are similar between ADHD and autism, but I think you have to get
that specific tone. It totally overpowers you.
Really?
Yeah.
You need to knock it off! You're pissing me off! Someone save me.
Like when she does that, that's all I can understand.
Okay, Noelle. Hold on just one moment. Let me see if I can talk really quiet.
And yeah, I am not being nasty about this. I have an audio processing disorder, so noises get muddy when they're overlapping, and certain sounds overpower others. And I literally could not understand what Meadow was saying.
Yeah, I've known you long enough. I get it. Noelle, I swear to God. She literally was quiet, and then as soon as I started talking again.
Yeah, because that's how you get the attention.
This child is driving me crazy.
Help me. Help the alligator.
Help me is the first thing she says.
Help.
and then you can go do whatever you want and be loud somewhere else. So anyways, you have to get a 35 on that autism test for them to think that you have autism. And I got, no, not a 35. You have to get a 28 out of 35. And I got a 10. And so they said, yeah, you have a low likelihood. Are you fucking kidding me? Get your ass over here, child. Get here before I have to redo this entire braid. Help what? God damn it. She pulled the ponytail holder out of her hair, and now the braid is coming undone. So, instead of doing a full braid again, we're gonna do a braid into a ponytail.
Spence said she could understand only because she's used to the noises of obnoxious children.
Yeah.
Gestures
I get
toward
it.
19 cousins and 24 children.
I get it for you, though, Jace, because of your audio processing situation. I swear to God, if you don't sit still and be quiet, I'm gonna have a conniption. Yeah, my ADHD is the inattentive version. What used to just be called ADD, but now it's called inattentive ADHD. I don't really get super bursts of energy like a lot of ADHD people have, but there are a lot of overlapping similarities between mine and ADHD. So, but executive dysfunction I struggle with a lot, and it is a fucking nightmare to live with. Noelle, I swear to the Lord. My patience is running very thin right now. Alright, we're just going to start another sprint, and I'll do the hair by then.
That might be the most prudent action.
I'm like gonna lose my sanity, so.
Spence says, that sounds like a dare, Mom.
I'm losing my sanity. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Mom, I sit here.
Noelle's in a mood. So
That's not surprising.
she was doing so good all morning. And now she's in a mood. Because I wouldn't let her stay under my desk because she kept grabbing cords. So she's mad.
We had people run through and drop likes. Drive-by likings.
Thanks, Mama Ward, and thanks, Heather. Noelle definitely 1 and me 0 for sure. Like always. Oh God. I'm going to go insane if this child does not stop. She just hit her head on the back of my chair, and now she's crying. Maybe don't headbutt the chair, and you won't get boo-boos.
Yeah, I have the same problem, Spence, when I go on Facebook. And yet I keep going back. It's like I want the abuse.
It's interesting to go on Facebook and see what everybody's talking about, and then you can go and actually look up the actual facts relating to those things, and then you're just like, people are dumb on all sides. On all sides of every spectrum, people are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason why I have Twitter, is because I'll go on there, see what people are talking about, then be like, okay, let's actually figure out what this whole thing is all about, because I don't trust any of these people.
Yeah, I also like to jump on Twitter just for a little bit each day, just to see what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there could be some like awesome meme going around or whatever
Some
people
major,
are
some major news thing. That's usually what I like to see on there is, okay, something big happened in the news. I need to go look up what this thing is. Yeah, that's basically what I use Twitter for. Is like, okay, everybody's talking about this thing that happened. Let's go look it up. A guy in my community got COVID and has been out of work and unable to return to work. So we're throwing an in-person spaghetti dinner and auction for his financial benefit. And I can't, y'all. I mean, it could be in person for everybody else that doesn't have COVID and he just isn't allowed to attend.
And I hope they're not saying, but we got the vaccine, so we're good. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You get the vaccine, you can still get COVID.
What's the point of the vaccine?
The vaccine makes it not deadly. It knocks it down from like a 9 to 10 to like a 3 to 4, which means you can still pass it on.
I don't know. I haven't gotten my vaccine yet because I don't ever leave my house. Oh, Amber started work today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I invited her to the stream and she said, started work today. I forgot to tell you. Sorry. I was like, I'm glad you found a job, so I don't care that you're not here if you're working. Let's see. Our county made national news recently for being staunchly anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers. See, I get why some people are gonna not want to get the vaccine. Like, there's lots of reasons people are nervous and scared about it. I get it. However, it does not take that much energy to wear a mask. Like, just wear a mask. If you don't want to get the vaccine, then just wear a mask. It's not that hard. Like, I get it. I'm kind of afraid of the vaccine too, which is probably the main reason why I've put off getting the vaccine, is because I am nervous about it. Like, intellectually, I know I don't need to be, but I still am nervous about it. but I still wear my mask when I go out in public.
Mhm.
So
Oh, and I think they're really close on being able to open it up to 12 to 15-year-olds.
nice.
And then they're
I
just
see. My family, like my mom, my sisters, and stuff, they're probably not going to get the vaccine because my mom was the one that told me last time I saw her that we as a society in the United States are over vaccinated.
oh my god. Ow.
That's similar to my own reaction. So,
Oh, that's painful.
yeah. I don't know about my older sister, but my younger sister is still a minor, so I don't think she's going to end up getting it because of my mom. My grandmother got hers, which I'm glad for because my grandma has cancer. So, like, coronavirus would be a no for her. Oh, yeah, you can play on the tablet. Come over and sit on the chair. I'll turn on a game for you. But yeah, and Jordan got his first shot. I don't know which one he got because I think it's the Johnson & Johnson. You only need one.
Oh, the one they discontinued. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know which one he got. But he did get one. Those are mom's games.
The Johnson & Johnson one, if you survived it, it's fine.
Jeez, that
What?
scared me. If you survived it, it's fine.
That's why they discontinued it. It wasn't like a huge number. It was giving blood clots to a very small number of people, but a very small number is too many.
Right.
And they
What
said,
game do you
no,
wanna
we're
play?
not doing that anymore.
Which one do you want, Noelle? Pick one.
Sesame Street.
You want Sesame Street?
Yeah.
My child is too picky on what games she wants to play.
No Sesame Street.
No Sesame Street. Okay, we'll pick something else. PBS has an app now for all the games that they have that are like based off their shows. So, okay, which one do you want? Pick one.
Smash moves.
What do you want?
Smash moves.
I don't know what that means. So what do you want?
Smash moves. Smash moves.
What does that mean?
Smash moves. Smash moves. Smash moves. Wait! Give me that!
You're not saying actual words.
Smash moves. Smash moves. Give me.
That doesn't mean anything.
Give me.
I swear to God.
Give me. It's pizza packet. It's a pizza packet.
Oh, you want pizza?
Pizza packet.
Amazon Adventure. That's the game of the day. You want to play that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Noelle knows how to speak words that are actual words, and yet
Smiss
sometimes...
me. Smiss me.
Smiss me. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay. Here you go. Go sit and play. I love you. I love you. Go away. I love you. Go away immediately.
Spence says also the Johnson & Johnson one was done under FDA emergency approval, so they were a lot stricter on things because there were a lot fewer patient protections than with the others.
Mm.
Yeah, so when anything went bad with that one, they were just like, nope.
The government or Johnson & Johnson did? Or both?
I think it was probably an agreed
Yeah.
on all sides thing. I haven't heard any fight over canceling it, so I would assume since no one was arguing over it that everyone agreed that was no bueno.
Yeah. Well, whichever one Jordan got, he got one shot, I think 2 weeks ago now. So if he does need a second shot, he probably needs to get it like very soon.
Oh, I think what it is they have the percentages that they're effective for.
Okay.
So if you fall in the part that if you still catch it, like you roll badly on your COVID check. That's a RPG thing. It's like rolling the dice and failing the roll.
Yeah. I was told. So Marcus, I was asking him the other day because he does D&D on Wednesdays, and I was asking him because we were talking on the phone while he was on his way to D&D, and I was like, so like, what makes you enjoy it so much? And he was telling me all about it and whatnot, and he said the best analogy I can think of for the way the dice roll works is that you've got 10 people sitting in a room and they're all writing a story together, but then there's one asshole that is a contrarian that nobody's allowed to argue with, and that asshole is the dice. And it's like, oh yeah, so then he gets on his horse, and then Steve, the dice, comes in. Yeah, and then he falls and he dies. God damn it, Steve.
That's why nobody likes you, Steve.
That's why nobody likes you.
So yeah, if you fail your roll and actually get COVID when you've had the vaccine, I believe that's when the thing about it lowering the negative effects of COVID, so making it worse or making it not words. Where the fuck are my words?
I feel that.
Yeah, it makes COVID not hit as hard.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just haven't gotten mine yet. I have not left my house in many days.
I would suggest, except Jordan never gets a day off.
Yeah, he only got one yesterday because he called out sick.
Because I would suggest getting one the day before his day off, so that if it does knock you on your ass, Noel's still taken care of.
Yeah, the next time he has a day off scheduled, because he's getting really burnt out at work, and so before, when he was first manager, his days off were never fully set in stone because he was willing at that time, if he needed to go into work on his days off. But he's very strict about his days off now. If he has the day off, he's not going in. And unless it's like a serious emergency, he is not going in. And so he tells everybody, like, if you have something you need me for, just call me and I will help you over the phone, but I am not coming to work. So he's very strict about his days off now, and he actually, like, if he has a day off scheduled, he takes it.
I actually very much agree with that.
Yeah, before somebody would call and he'd be like, all right, I'll be right there. And it's like, no, babe, just stay home. It's your day off. Just stay home. Like, so the next time he has a day off scheduled, I'll probably try to schedule it for that way, but we'll see if he ever gets a day off again for the rest of his life. He did tell me the other day, because a couple weeks ago, I was looking at job listings for him just to see what kind of jobs are out there for him to be able to get. And he's like, I mean, yeah, I don't see a harm in maybe applying for a few here and there. And I was like, okay, I'll just find listings and run them by you, and then I can submit the applications for you, and then you can just do the interviews and whatnot. And I kind of stopped looking because there wasn't really that many good listings going on at the time. But a couple days ago, he told me, he's like, babe, I'd really appreciate it if you could keep doing job search, because I'm getting real tired of my job. And I was like, you got it, babe. You got it. Like, I will look. And I also told him, I said, this isn't going to help you right now at all, but you could learn how to do some book-related work and work for me.
Okay, let me see if this... I haven't read through the whole thing, but what I've read so far is funny. Idea. We spray all the vegetables with nicotine. Everyone gets addicted to salad. People on their breaks start chaining apples instead of cigarettes. Everyone's BMs are amazing and frequent. Everyone's skin clears up. We all get in great shape. Everyone starts jogging just for fun. We all fiend so hard for vegetables that sustainable agricultural practices thrive because of our association of the taste of vegetables with our ridiculous nicotine addiction. We now find sugar and junk food less appetizing. Nestle crumbles. We begin to genetically engineer the vegetables to naturally produce their own nicotine. We all think more sharply from the phytonutrients in our blood. We overthrow capitalism. We all have nationally excellent gut health. We end all wars. We realize we've had the tools. Damn, this is long. Where is it? To automate virtually every job known to man for years, and we can power the robots with the sun and wind infinitely for the rest of time. We end labor and begin a new phase of human existence where the main goal of society isn't acquisition of wealth, but of experiences, knowledge, and understanding of self. We explore space and alternate dimensions in search of new, tastier vegetables to put in our salad. We unlock the secrets of the universe while also fiending immensely for our next hit of broccoli.
That's
Odd.
very hopeful. And it puts a lot of a very major positive spin on nicotine that I don't think it really deserves.
I don't either, but that was kind of funny.
Use something horrible to benefit society in general. Okay, I can vibe with that, but that doesn't seem that realistic.
No,
Well,
that
No,
was a thought exercise gone completely off the rails.
My child.
body stripped naked from the waist down and ran past me. I hope not. But that's why I leaned over and turned off the camera, because I could see her very clearly in the background. I was like, she's half naked. Because for some reason she can't wait until she gets to the toilet to take her pants off. She's like, I have to go potty, and then immediately takes her pants off and then runs to the toilet.
That's not how it works, Noelle.
Yeah, I've been trying to teach her, okay, you have to go potty? Yeah, and she's trying to take her pants off. Okay, keep your pants on. No, keep them on. Okay, now walk to the toilet. Now take your pants off.
Spence says, try and keep him in the same field of work for his next job. It will help with potential home buying stuff. Unfortunately, I think the field is part of the problem.
It's just AutoZone. And honestly, Jordan did defend them a little bit the other day. He said, it's not just him. Every manager is feeling it right now because people are not willing to work for AutoZone right now because it does not pay enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so every store manager is having their record sales, like crazy record sales, because of COVID and stuff and people losing their jobs. They can't really afford to hire mechanics, so they have to do the work themselves. So they go to places like AutoZone to buy the parts and whatnot. So record sales with, I think Jordan has less than half the number of staff he's supposed to have to effectively run his store. And he said every manager in his district is struggling with this too, and it would be easily fixable if AutoZone paid more, but they refuse to pay anything above minimum wage. And then Jordan said, well, if you offered to new hires, because minimum wage here is $12 an hour, and Jordan was talking to his boss's boss and was saying, if you offered to pay new hires 13.5 instead of just 12, then we would get a lot more people working. And his boss's boss said, Yeah, but we can't do that because then people who already work for AutoZone are going to get jealous that the new hires make more than them. And Jordan's like, well, that's why you would give the people who already work for AutoZone a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that hard of a concept to understand.
Oh, but that's not how these places work. That's not how corporations work.
But
They
Jordan...
will raise the hire rate
Mhm.
to lure in new people, but not advertise it to the people who work there. And they institute company policies to not talk about your wages to other people.
Yeah.
And the only reason to do that is so that they can bring in people higher than you and have you not sue their asses.
Yeah. When
Because
I worked for
gaslighting you is the way to do it.
When I worked for the casino, when I was pregnant when I was pregnant with Noelle, and I was working as a housekeeper at the lodge at the casino, I was told not to talk about my wage with anybody, and it's because I made way less than the rest of the people that worked there. Because I made $10.25 an hour because minimum wage hadn't been raised to $12 yet, and everybody else made $11 to $12 an hour. So, I guess I wasn't worth what everybody else was worth, according to them. But, I mean, to be fair, I did quit. Like, well, technically they fired me, but that's a whole different thing. Is because it's a tribal-owned business, they do not have to follow any of the equal opportunity laws because it allows them to give preference to members of the tribe, which, that's fine and dandy. But equal opportunity laws include the Pregnancy Discrimination Act.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got put on restriction to not be able to lift more than 20 pounds and stuff because of my pregnancy. And they said, nope, you're fired. We can't honor this. Or no, they told me, you need to get this reversed by tomorrow or you're fired. And I said, well, fuck that. Just fire me. But then again, right after that, like a week later, Noelle was born. And I was planning on quitting after she was born anyways. So I was like, that's fair. At least I got to have a week off to relax before she was born. Noelle, can you stop screeching in the bathroom, please? That would be great.
I thought that was in the room still.
No, she's in the bathroom. Stop screaming! The bathroom is echoey. Yeah, but I did find a couple of job listings, not in car parts, but one of them was the same exact position that he's doing now, but it was for a gas station. And I was like, I mean, it's the same job that you're doing now, but it's for more money. The salary was started at $65,000, which is already more than he makes now. So,
Right.
all right, we're gonna start a sprint now because that. I found 10-day emoji heads I made in high school in that cupboard. They're in my plants now, at least. So, all right, we're gonna do the sprinty sprint now. Put that on the screen. Noelle is. Oh my god. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I guess we're doing a ringy-dingy with Meadow not here. How did people do on that sprint? Well, how did me and Spence do on that sprint? Because I think we are the only ones left. I, for one, had to do some research into one part of this, and now I know what I need to do. And I'm writing little notes down right now because I need to.
Sorry, I had to finish cooking lunch. And I didn't hear the thing go off. But it's okay, because now I have food.
What'd you have?
I just made ramen, because I'm a broke-ass bitch.
Bab. We call you Bab.
Bab.
Oh. You mommied and you got lunch.
And I made hot chocolate.
Spence is getting to the end of the stuff that was in that closet pile.
Yay.
And a few of the things that had stashed belonged to Grandma.
Please.
Well, the stuff that belongs to the friend you don't talk to anymore, just get rid of it.
No, not bad.
No. I have a similar thing happening in my life.
She is talking directly into the microphone.
Please, Mama, I want to eat Meadows.
I'm going to eat, and then you can have the rest, okay?
Okay.
They're too hot for you to eat right now. So I'm having a similar issue with having stuff in my apartment that belongs to a friend that I don't talk to anymore. Liz left a bunch of crap in my apartment. Because I don't think she was planning on never talking to me again when she left it here. But she left it here, and I've recently discovered that she blocked me on Facebook.
Fun.
So, yeah, she accused Jordan of sexually harassing her, which he did not, and all the incidences that she tried to say he sexually harassed her, she either blatantly lied about, or it was one time that he made one comment when he was very, very high about, he made a joke about them sleeping together, because all three of us had slept in the same bed the night before. And that's the only time that he made any comments like that, and he apologized for it immediately because we both yelled at him. And then she tried to say that there was like 3 other times that he made sexual passes at her, which he didn't, because they have never been alone together, and I would have heard him. And it just didn't happen. She just blatantly lied about it. And because I didn't take her side, she decided that our friendship is completely over now. She couldn't just apologize and be like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry. She had to completely, well, you didn't take my side immediately, so I'm done with you. So, yeah, there's that. So, I am packing up all the stuff that she left that I've been finding around my house, and I texted her grandma and said, can you please tell her that she has 30 days to come get this stuff, or I'm going to donate it to the thrift shop. And she said, okay, I told her. So she doesn't come in, how many days ago that was? I think that was last week. So she has like 3 more weeks left, and then I'm getting rid of her stuff because, yeah. Oh, that was on Wednesday. Yeah, so a week ago. And the only thing that I'm not going to give away is because I sent the picture to her grandma, this ring that her grandma gave her that she left here. And I sent the picture and I said, I'm going to get rid of her stuff. And this is one of the things she left here. And her grandma's like, please don't get rid of that. Like, I will come and pick it up if I need to. But that was my mom's and she's dead now. And I was like, okay, I'm not an asshole. I will mail you the ring, but I'm going to get rid of everything else. still friends with his brother, so I'm gonna see if he'll finally take it. He wouldn't at the time because they weren't speaking at the time either. Huh. Noelle, I love you. She's being very quiet for some reason.
Good. So, okay, little off topic, but it's something I see in that sentence, and it's not something that annoys me. It's something that, well, it annoys me when I do it. It's the redundancy, the at the time.
The echo.
What irritates me is when I see it after I hit enter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't get it back.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was one time I was texting Marcus, and I had sent him a message and then realized like 30 minutes later he didn't respond right away, and I like went back to look 30 minutes later to see if he'd at least seen it, and he hadn't yet. And I noticed like 3 or 4 different grammar nightmares in that message that I sent. So I just unsent it before he could even see the message. And then I rewrote it with the grammar fixed, and he's like, unsending your mistakes. Like, maybe.
So he did see it.
Well, I don't know if he actually saw the message, but he came and looked right after I unsent it, so I think he just kind of assumed, because like he knows me well enough. Speaking of Marcus, he messaged me like an hour ago and I didn't see it.
Yeah, the redundancy isn't bad. It's just when I see that I've written it and I can't unwrite it, it just... You know the times when you write something, when you catch your mistakes and you're like, I'm better than that.
Please.
Mhm.
Please, Mama, please. Please.
Noelle, listen. I'm going to let you have some noodles, but you already ate and I haven't eaten. So I'm going to eat first and then you can have the rest. Okay.
You want to hold it.
Go drink your hot chocolate and let me eat my noodles, and then you can have the rest of the noodles when I'm done.
More than I like using commas, which is like a lot.
I'm trying to think. My big thing that I do a lot, especially if I'm messaging on my phone, I will make even just one typo and the entire word will change because of autocorrect. And then I don't check it before I send the message, and then I go back and look. I'm like, that does not make any sense. And also, I swipe type a lot on my phone, and sometimes it doesn't get exactly the word that you're trying to get. And again, I'll go back and look at it and be like, yep, that also does not make any sense. And then I have to correct myself all the time. I just need to get better at like rereading my messages before I send them.
But nobody does that.
Yeah, so that's why if you're ever messaging me and there's a lot of grammar or especially like words that don't make any sense in a sentence, it's probably because I was typing on my phone and autocorrect changed something and I didn't check it before I hit send.
And if it's funny, I'll remark. Now, do you use the Shatner comma or the walk-in comma?
I don't know what you mean.
The Spence. The walk-in comma is like, my friend Jane and I went to the store.
Okay.
And the Shatner comma is, my friend Jane and I went to the store.
Dinosaur stuff? What are you talking about?
The dinosaur toys.
You can play with your dinosaur toys. I don't care. Play with whatever toys you want. They're your toys.
It's worse when you're speaking out loud. Yeah, if that stuff comes up when I'm saying a sentence, I will catch it and it will derail my sentence completely, and I will forget what the sentence is.
My dinosaur.
My this ex-friend is bipolar and was very manic and in a very mean state of mania.
It's a dinosaur toys.
I like redundancy more than I like. Oh, I already clicked on that. I'm not super redundant when I'm writing, but when I'm type talking, it's so bad though. TBH, it's worse when I'm speaking out loud. One thing that I do when I'm writing.
Mom, we need a bottle, please. A bottle.
What are you talking about? What bottle?
Bottle.
This?
Yeah.
No, that's not a toy. That's my medication. Do you want this cup? You can play with this cup. Yep, there you go. One of the things that I do that drives myself crazy when I'm writing is in dialogue I will have people say each other's names way too often. Like there was one chapter that I had fixed in my book that on one page one character said the other character's name 4 different times on one page.
I don't see the problem with that, Meadow. Why is that a problem, Meadow?
I wonder. Why are you handing this to me? Okay. I'm talking to Jace right now.
Sing a song.
What song?
A song of bottles.
Sing a song about bottles.
Sing a song of bottles.
Okay. You're silly. Yeah, so I was able to delete 3 of them and just kept one that was actually necessary. And but yeah, I do that a lot. And I also have people, I use the word just a lot, I've noticed recently. I think that's one of my crutch words. And then when I'm speaking, I say, okay, so a lot.
And what do I say?
Jace makes fun of me for it.
But it's less of making fun of you and more of a, I like queso. So when you say queso.
Do you want some chips with that queso? Yeah, but I use that phrase way too often when I'm speaking. Because I don't know, there's something in my brain where, like, when I'm moving on from one thought onto another thought, that's like, okay is the end of the previous thought, and the so is the beginning of the next thought. If that makes sense. Like, that's just how my brain works a lot of the time. You can have both cups. Do you want both cups?
Yeah, I want to see them.
Here you go. Go play. Okay, so we have the earth, and we're like, damn, man, that's a good earth. What is earth?
The planet we live on.
Oh, earth. Okay, I gotcha.
Earth. Damn, man, that's a good earth.
But yeah. Oh, and I say but yeah a lot too, so you know. Horrible grammar coming out of mouth.
I think we all sound like morons when we use our faces to talk.
Those are good. I like ramen. When I make ramen, I only ever do chicken flavor because it's the only one I like. But what's the matter? You have a boo-boo? You're okay.
Hey, boo-boo.
You can come here and I'll kiss it. I'm not going to come over there. I'm busy. If you want me to kiss your boo-boo, you got to come here. Come here, Mom. Nope, not going to do that. When I make ramen, I will cook the noodles, and then I drain like a half to 2/3 of the water out, and then add in a couple tablespoons of butter and mix that till it's all melted, and then put the seasoning in, and it's like really good and creamy noodles, and it's yummy. It's yummy.
Have you had the creamy chicken?
That's Jordan's favorite, but I don't know why I don't like the creamy chicken flavor as much as I like just making it creamy with butter. Making the regular chicken flavor creamy with butter. It's weird.
What I will do is I will make a mini bechamel sauce. and mix the flavor packet in with whichever
Right
flavor I'm
here?
making.
No.
Where's your boo-boo? I can't kiss it until you show me.
It's right here.
The bottom of your foot? Okay. Give me your foot.
My finger.
Give me your foot.
Ow. Ow.
Okay, put your foot back down.
My finger. Kiss it.
Oh, okay. All better. Go play. I love you. Goodbye. I don't know if I've ever had bechamel sauce.
That's
I'm sure
the
I
one
have, but
it's the one you make with butter and flour, and then you slowly mix the milk in to make it a cream.
I call that gravy.
Well, it's a bechamel sauce. And then what you do to it determines what it is. Because, at the point where it's the butter, flour, and milk, it could go either way to sweet or savory. I don't think I've ever done a sweet one, but you can.
That's the process that I go about when I make biscuits and gravy, and when I make the gravy, when I do my chicken pot pie, like that whole kind of situation. I'll do make the roux with the butter, flour, add in milk, and whatever dish I'm making determines the type of broth I use. So like chicken pot pie, I use chicken broth. When I do Salisbury steak, I use beef broth, etc. When I'm doing biscuits and gravy, I don't use any broth. I just use milk, like double the amount of milk that I would normally use in a different type of gravy. But yeah, it's that same process. And I don't think I've ever made sweet either.
Kiss it, Mom.
God, why do you keep getting boo-boos that I need to kiss? Okay, go away.
No, my finger.
My
finger.
Well, instead of using broth, use the flavor packet from the ramen.
One finger.
Why are you flipping? She said, kiss my finger with that finger up. All better.
Thank you.
But yeah, you do that, and you have a nice creamy sauce for your noodles.
I'll have to try it.
It is delish. It's more steps, but and if you do it with the beef, you can also add sour cream and pepper and make it stroganoff.
I don't ever buy the beef flavor. I only ever get chicken because I just don't really like the other flavors that much. One thing that my dad used to do, because my dad's a chef, and so he used to, when we were really struggling financially, he would figure out how to make anything fancy. And he would get the Oriental flavor ramen, and he would add like eggs and like carrots and peas and like all sorts of different stuff to it to make it like more of a meal. And then it would make like a big batch of it for the whole family to have. So I have fond memories of that.
Which they changed the name of that flavor.
I don't know what it's called now.
Soy.
All I know is that when I was a kid, it was called Oriental flavor, which I know the word Oriental is offensive. But
it was actually just changed a couple years ago. It's very, very recently changed. So they actually took a long time to catch up on that.
Yeah. Well, it's called soy now, so I will call it that from now on if I remember. But yeah, that's the flavor he used to use, and he would like scramble up an egg and put that in it, like kind of like how you would make fried rice. But he would do it with the ramen instead.
Yeah, I do like that flavor, the soy flavor, because it does taste like Chinese food. That one I will not make into a cream sauce because that's just not right.
Another thing that my dad used to do all the time is he would cook something, but he would just use random stuff that we had and just make up some sort of recipe because, I mean, he's a chef. He can actually do that. I can't do that. I have to have a recipe. But my dad can just like mix stuff together and make something that tastes good.
Oh, and I do that all the time.
Every time he would do that and it'd be like, oh my gosh, what is this? And he's like, I don't know. I think I'll call it Steve. Oh, this one's Fred.
No, it's just a matter of knowing flavor profiles and things that work well together. So you get to the point where you can throw X, Y, and Z together because you know that they'll actually work.
Mm. Well, like, I was able to kind of do it when the first time I made Salisbury steaks. So Jordan had an employee. He doesn't work at AutoZone anymore because his other job pays more, and he had 2 jobs. The other job moved to full-time, and it paid more. So he's like, yeah, I'm quitting AutoZone. So, understandable. But he used to work at AutoZone, and he worked at this job that, like, packed from a warehouse onto the trucks that went and did deliveries, like cross-country and stuff. And every time that they would have extra that couldn't fit on the truck, they had to either throw it away or they would let the people keep extra stuff. So we would get free stuff all the time. There was one time we got a box full of the Blue Bunny ice cream sundae things. I still have a pork belly in my freezer that I have yet to cook that I got from him. And then one day he got this big bag of pre-cooked Salisbury steaks that you just have to like reheat and make a gravy for. And I did not know what I was doing, but I was like, okay, onion gravy. That's like a normal thing for Salisbury steaks. So I started with cooking the onion in the butter and stuff. And I was like, I don't know what to do now. And Amber was like, okay, you make gravy a lot when you make chicken pot pie. I'm like, yeah. She's like, just do that. But for that, Salisbury steak instead. I'm like, you're right. So I was able to make a gravy from scratch for the Salisbury steak. It was good.
You just have to access the knowledge that's in your head.
I have to trust myself a little bit more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Cooking is like, well, I was going to say cooking is like 50% knowledge and 50% reaching into your knowledge and applying it to other things.
Yeah, I mean, once I would realize, like, this is literally the exact same steps, just with, like, beef-flavored things instead of chicken-flavored things, I was like, yeah, I can do it.
These are a few of my chicken-flavored things.
So, I feel like we've been talking for a million years, and I don't know how many sprints we did, so.
We did 3, I believe. Although there isn't enough time for me to do another one.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling like I might want to just get off stream and sit on the couch with my laptop and work on the short story without people staring at me.
But we like staring at you, Meadow. Why are you afraid of people looking at you, Meadow?
Spence says cooking is about 30% technique and 70% smelling stuff. That's a fair assessment. Oh my god, this freaking window, the light from the window is shining in on this mirror, which wasn't shining directly on my face. And it was very bright. Alright. I say then, what are you looking at me for?
It's a robot.
I'm talking and she just comes over and goes staring at me like, what the?
The robot.
What
There's
the
robots?
what, child?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Look, robots can walk.
Okay, go play with your robots.
Okay.
Oh my god, earlier during the last sprint, she came and sat on the desk and made me kiss her nose over and over again, and like I'm like trying to not, and she's like, kiss my nose. I was like, but your nose is wet and it's gross. I don't want to kiss your nose. She basically grabbed my head and like forced me to sit there while she stuck her nose in my mouth, which is disgusting. So, toddlers. Oh, yeah? Okay. I think we could do a bit more chatting. We're not going to do the sprint. We could do a bit more chatting and then do outros soon.
Well, there is one thing coming up this weekend. You weren't in my stream last weekend, so you didn't hear. We are going a half hour earlier.
Okay.
Because it is Sako's birthday on Saturday. And after that, we're moving over to Sako's Discord channel to, it's called Pajamas and Wine.
That sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. But yeah, so we're 3:30 to 5:30 on Saturday.
Okay, that works for me. There's been a couple weeks lately I haven't been able to go to the stream because both times recently that I haven't been able to go because I had to put Noelle in for her nap, but she refused. Like, she was having a hard time and she did not want to go lay down in her room. So I laid down on the couch with her to get her to fall asleep, but then she fell asleep on my arms and I couldn't move. So then I'm just like stuck there on the couch. But I mean, that's one of the reasons that I miss streams, that I'm like, yeah, I'm not mad about it because she's being cute and I get to snuggle with her, and being nap trapped is a blessing and a curse.
It's better than being claptrapped.
I said nap trapped. Nap trapped.
And I said it's better than being claptrapped.
It's not hot anymore. Not hot anymore.
It's not hot anymore?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm drinking faster.
You can drink it faster.
Yeah.
I told her to drink her hot chocolate slow because it was hot, and now she's smart and it's not hot anymore. I can drink it faster. You are a smart little cookie.
No, I'm Noelle.
No, I'm Noelle Cookie.
There was this girl that my mom used to take care of.
Thank you.
And she said something that was not really grounded in reality.
Go sit down and then you can come get this. Yeah.
And my mom said, "Your eyes are deceiving you." And the girl said, "No, they're not. They're blue."
Thank you. That's mine.
That's like the best response, though. Like, oh my god. Oh, there was this TikTok I saw last night where this guy goes over to his dad. I can't remember who the dad is, but he's a celebrity. For the life of me, I can't remember who he was. But I know it's a celebrity, and his son came over and said, "Dad, I realize there's two main reasons why a disease spreads so much." And his dad's like, "Okay, what is it?" And he's like, "How dense the population is and how dense the population is." And the dad like chuckles, and then the sister in the like off camera says, "Dude, you just said the same thing twice." And the dad looks over at her and says, "Honey, you're option 2. I was like, oh my god, that is the best thing ever.
I think there's one like that that's in that. It was from Frasier. I think it was like from the first year, where there was this woman that was just cracking crude jokes one after another that just were not funny, and she just like elbows one of them. She's like, "You know what they say, laughter's the best medicine." And he was like, "Then I think we're in the placebo group."
Okay, so for me, in all honesty, I do not think I'm a very funny person. I do think I can be funny and I have moments where I'm hilarious, but just overall in general, I don't think I'm that funny. And so for me, it's like when I am funny and I do make a joke that's like really good, I'm very proud of myself because it doesn't happen that often. Jordan told me I'd be really good at dark humor. I don't know if I've said on a stream before, but there was one time me and Jordan were having a conversation, and he tried to make a joke about his joke went along the lines of, you know how I knew we were struggling financially? My mom was struggling financially when I was little, and I was like, how? And he's like, oh, you would open up the fridge and you would see Great Value ketchup instead of Heinz. And I was like, that's funny. And I said, do you know how I knew we were struggling financially when I was growing up? And he's like, what? And he's like, I had to go to the food bank with my mom every week because we couldn't afford to buy any food. And he just like went completely silent and was just like, damn, that's dark. And I was like, I mean, to be fair though, I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was just, being truthful.
Have you ever flexed your dark muscles other than in whose stream was it? I think it was Not Dana's stream. Sky's.
Oh, no, not really. Do you think I'm good at dark stuff?
You were that one time.
Yeah. I channeled my inner Poe, and then Sky became very afraid of me.
So, sometime you're going to need to just see if you can write something like that.
Yeah, write something scary. I like unreliable narrators. I like reading them.
Mhm.
I've never been able to really write one, but I haven't really tried that hard to write one. I think if I really tried, I could pull it off, probably.
It's not that hard to do.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of you knowing what the story is and knowing what your narrator thinks the story is.
Mhm. Yeah, so that thing on Sky's channel, when I was writing that little off the prompt, I was thinking about the Telltale Heart.
Mhm.
I was going for similar vibes to that, which I think was successful. But, I like dark humor a lot, but a lot of the dark jokes that I really enjoy are not something I would want to say on this channel because they're a bit too dark.
Oh, there are some really funny ones, though.
There are some ones that are really funny. Like, I think they're hilarious, but they're. I'll just say one. Probably one of the worst ones. I do not believe in this joke. It's just funny for some reason. What's the difference between a penis and a pistol?
What?
Nobody cries when a pistol goes off in their mouth. Except for I changed it a little bit because it's a pedophile joke.
Ah.
So, I don't know why, but the first time I heard that joke, I thought it was super funny, despite its horribleness. But, there was this, oh God, I'm going to think about this like 2 days from now, and I'm going to remember what it is, but there was this dark joke that I saw on TikTok the other day that was so funny. I was like cackling for like 30 minutes. It was so funny. I'm going to have to go back and find it, but I can't remember what the joke is now.
There's a dark one that I think is kind of funny. It's so bad. It's my girlfriend tried to break up with me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back?
Oh goodness, man, dark humor is the best. I feel like people enjoy dark humor so much because it's kind of cathartic to be able to make jokes about dark stuff. Because once you realize, it's a joke, then you can talk about the dark thing without it being as dark. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So, Noelle is eating the noodles, and she's very cute right now. You're very cute.
What now?
You're cute.
Not now.
You're cute.
No.
She's not cute, apparently.
Should we do our outros?
Yeah, let's do it. You go first.
All right. I am Jace Maxwell, author of Urban Fantasy, editor for Rose City Editing. I do, well, right now I'm on hiatus for the Sim streams. I'm not sure if I'll stream something else, a different game, while we're on the Sims hiatus. Right now with the Sim stuff, I just look at the Sims icon and just like, I don't want to open this, not even for fun. So there's that. So I don't have that right now. Also this week, I am not doing the Vampire the Masquerade VTM Mysteries, which is most Thursdays at noon Eastern. Just we're taking a week off from that, so I don't have that this week. So my next thing is my writing sprints on Saturday, which is at 3:30 Eastern.
Rock on, man. Okay, that leaves me. Hello, my name is Meadow. I do writing streams on Tuesday, just as we did today, except for I usually start at 11 my time, so like an hour earlier than we started today. And on Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm an editor for Rosity Editing as well. And you can follow me at all the places that are in the description below. The only thing that's not there is TikTok, but just search my name on TikTok and you'll find me. And I just completely lost my train of thought. I was like mid-sentence and then just bam. I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. That's another thing with my ADHD that just it drives me up the wall. Okay, since I can't remember the rest of anything I was going to say, I'm just going to say goodbye because I'm going to be very frustrated if I sit here and try to figure out what I was talking about.
Goodbye.
So thanks for being here. If you're the new person, if you're still here, thank you for being here. And I hope you come back in the future. And catch you guys